My name is Chinedum Nwajiuba, trained in agricultural economics with specialization in resource and environmental economics. I've been a professor in the university, I've been a vice chancellor. I'm also currently the chairman of the board of the Nigerian Environmental Study Action Team, NEST, based in Ibadan. And my interests are in the areas of climate change and the green economy. I've also been a member of the teams negotiating for Nigeria in the Conference of Parties. I was present in Paris in 2015. More than 10 years ago, I headed a team that did a major study covering 24 states of Nigeria on climate change impacts and adaptation measures. Before then, Nigeria has had bits and pieces of policy measures, either dealing with tree planting, stopping bush burning, stopping tree felling. This we've known for years in Nigeria. But in reality, every of those things that we thought should be reversed have worsened. Nigeria is a huge country with very significant climate impacts. Nearly everything concerning the challenge of climate change you find reflected in Nigeria. A long low-lying, generally low-lying coastal line, right up to the fringes of the Sahara in the very arid regions of the Sahara part of West Africa. So virtually every challenge, whether it's rainfall, whether extreme events, whether it's temperature rise, and all those kinds are reflected in Nigeria. We've had all kinds of documents, all kinds of commitments, but very little action. And because it's a federal state, there's virtually very little happening at the level of the states. And most of these issues are in the concurrent federal list of Nigeria. Agriculture, energy, for instance, are things that not just the federal government should do, but also the states. But at the states today in Nigeria, the governance is very weak and nothing can be said of seriousness to be happening. It's very huge, like I said. It's a huge country, long coastal lines, with over 1,000 plus kilometers from the north to the south. I have from the mangrove regions on the Atlantic to the rainforests, to the Guinea, the rice savannas, to the Sahel-like conditions in the north. Everything you can talk about the climate change is at play in Nigeria. And of course, a huge population that is predominantly poor. Climate change is about the environmental and ecological issues as well as the social dimensions of huge poor people who have very little capacity to adapt and survive. Now, from the extreme north of the country, as we've seen many years before now, the data is very clear that rainfall quantity has reduced, number of rain days reduced, temperature has increased significantly, and the consequences are very clear. These are also implicated in very heightened migration of people from the north to the south with very severe security challenges, as we all know. That's it. Agriculture has been affected not just by the security problems of the north, hampering food security and leading to very significant increases in food prices. Poverty is on the rise. Then we come into the savannah of Nigeria, Nigeria's most important food producing areas. What you find there is that we have decreases in rainfall also. And we have very huge agricultural sector that is predominantly rain-fed. There's some irrigation, but that's only a small proportion of the Nigerian agricultural sector. The predominant sector is dependent on rainfall, and that's also affected. So how coupled with the insecurity problems as a result of the migrations and heightened tensions and conflicts generated by what is also happening further up north. So what you have is that agriculture is also significantly impacted. And you come down right south, population pressure is getting increasingly high. Significant deforestation. Nigeria's forest resources are virtually be going extinct so rapidly. These are all at play. The huge population, of course, has forced people to build in low-lying plains in the south, where people ordinarily should not build. The consequences are very clear in the environment. And so everything is at play. Housing, communication, transportation, population, social security, everything that you can find in other parts of the world are all happening in Nigeria. And with rising sea levels and intrusion of the Atlantic waters that are very saline, inland waters have been impacted adversely. Fishing is becoming difficult for the artisanal fishers. So livelihoods are impacted. Clearly, Nigeria is a theater for everything about climate change. Extreme weather events, everybody saw that in 2012, subsequently in the years. The flood in Lagos, the rainfall huge. The consequences to the economy of Lagos are so enormous. And it's going on all over the country now. And as the rains come, poor people and their housing are also off for play. I start first by saying a thank you to the French government and the French people. I've seen a lot of interest in Nigeria. Even in my position as Vice Chancellor, the French government was very kind to us. My university happened to be the only one we had a collaboration. We're sending over 40 people to France for postgraduate studies. I see a lot of activities and a lot of interest in Nigeria about France. But one thing I like to see is the French government should look a bit below, not just at the federal level, but at the federated states of Nigeria, and begin to encourage the capacity and the understanding of the people, and also a consciousness, deliberate attempt at creating the capacity in governance to understand that this is not just a federal matter, and that indeed most of what we discussed, whether it's energy, whether it's agriculture, whether it's reforestation, all these are local issues. I want to see the French government work more with the federated states of Nigeria and not just the federal government. Because in any case, our commitment to the national contribution, NDC, we have a commitment to be able to reduce carbon by 25% if we are not supported and 40% if we are supported. That is not those activities, those sectors mentioned are not federal matters. They are matters that more lie with the state governments. And I want to see the French government collaborate more with the federated states of Nigeria. Mr. President, Monsieur President, firstly, thank you. Secondly, work more with the federated states of Nigeria. That's where the requirements are and the needs are.